if you're going to be changing your board, not just gripping a new one, the first step is to find a nice bench to sit down on. I recommend a butter bench because they're extra buttery. And then just have a seat and take off your old trucks. In order to take off your old trucks, you're going to need an Allen key if you have Allen key hardware, or a Phillips screwdriver if you have that kind of hardware. I always go with the Allen key because it seems to strip less for me. And yeah, you have the Allen key and then the socket wrench or pliers or skate tool or whatever you can get for the other side to hold onto the nut while you Allen key your hardware off. So yeah, just do that as quickly as possible, get that done nice and fast. Then let's pull those trucks off there. Now when you have your new board, basically the first step is just taking it out of the plastic. If you got a nice new board from RevengeSkateboards.com, then you'll be really stoked and you get the free Jessup grip tape. So yeah, pull off your grip tape sheet. This part is vitally important. If you mess up putting on your grip tape, your board is pretty much done for, because you can't really skate a board with like all these air pockets. So basically you hold the sheet out like this and just lay it down as gently as possible, and you always start out in the middle. So start out by pressing the sheet down as firmly as you can in the middle, and then just slowly move over the edges and out towards the nose and tail. Doing it this way gets rid of all the air bubbles, so there's no air pockets in there and there's just no like crap on your grip tape. I like to keep the grip tape super clean. I'm really particular about it, so yeah, gripping your board is really important, and doing it properly, of course, you must ensure that that is done properly. Now here I'm taking the back end of that socket wrench and I'm just scraping the edges of the grip tape off. You see how it's creating a white line? Basically, you want to scrape it as much as you can. You can pretty much scrape it so all of the actual like sandy grippy parts are off, and it's actually just like a thin sheet of black plastic. And you're doing this so that you can actually get like a really nice clean cut with the razor. So I always hold the board steady like this and hold the grip tape side with my other hand, and then just move the razor right around the edge. The more that you scraped off in the beginning, the easier this is going to cut, and the straighter and better your line is going to look. I'm like really weird about gripping my board. I always have to grip it. If you go to a skate shop, they'll usually grip it there for you, but for me it's like kind of a, I don't want to say a superstition, but let's just say that I always like to grip my own board and I don't let anybody else grip it. It's very important. So this is kind of something that not everybody does. After I grip the board, I take the excess grip tape and I put it together like this, and then I rip it off, and I use these extra sheets to again scrape down the sides of the board. So when you land on your board either primo on the side or with the board upside down, sometimes your grip tape will scrape up and your grip tape will actually start peeling up on the board, and you definitely do not want your grip tape peeling up. So by scraping the edges like this, you get a nice smooth grade. It's not like a sharp edge on the grip tape, but it actually like gives a nice gradient level. So actually when you land on the board facing down on the pavement, it's not going to peel your grip tape up. Nothing will happen. So yeah, this step is a little extra step. I don't think that everybody does this. I would be surprised if there was another video that showed this part, but anyways, this is what I always do because I'm a freak about gripping my own boards. So yeah, once you get that like really shaved down, you can take your Allen key and pop some holes in the grip tape. It's super hard to find them if you don't do this, so yeah, just pop the holes so that you can see it on the other side. After that step is done and you can see where the holes are, you can either just put your hardware in, but I always take this extra step of cutting out the excess grip tape out of the holes. Now you have to be really careful when you do this, and you guys have to be really careful when you're handling a razor at all. Make sure that you have somebody there who can help you. If you're really young, you might want your dad or your mom to actually do the part with the razor, because they're super sharp and they're super dangerous. So anyways, I cut out the part of the grip tape so that when I put the hardware in, it just goes straight down into the wood and can sink down into the wood a little bit. And there's nothing sticking out, no excess grip tape. So yeah, I like a nice smooth flat surface. I don't want anything hanging up on my feet when I'm dragging my feet up over those pieces of hardware. So yeah, after that's done, you just put all 4 pieces of hardware in, place your trucks on the side, and then just finger tighten the nuts on the other side. So you can start out with finger tight just to get them on there enough until you can grab your pliers or your skate tool or whatever, and then just get started again ratcheting those things down. And then that's pretty much all there is to doing this. Once you ratchet the hardware closed, I usually do it like in a diagonal order. Like I'll do the top right and then the bottom left, and then I'll do the top left and then the bottom right. I don't know why, I just think that it sinks the truck down into your board better, but that may just be me, and like I said, I'm kind of a freak about how I grip my own board. So anyways, that's how that part of it goes. So then you just tighten these up like so. The last step that I do after I have my trucks fully on there is I take another one of those excess pieces of grip tape, and I always scrape around the pieces of hardware. Because sometimes when your hardware countersinks into the wood, it actually pulls up some of that excess grip tape and you get some little bumps. I don't like to have any kind of bumps or anything sticking up on my grip tape side, so I always just take a little piece of the grip tape again and just scrape it down just right there like you can see. Some people take a big sheet of the extra grip tape and actually scrape down the whole top so the top isn't as sticky or grippy, and I guess that would help you to not ruin your shoes so fast, but I would prefer to have a nice sticky grip tape and be able to do better tricks than I would to have nice shoes. So anyways, that's all there is to gripping your board. If you guys are really trying to progress and take your skating to the next level, definitely check out brailleskaters.com. It's the new membership site where basically I set up a way to give you online skateboard lessons. Go there today and sign up for an M or a Pro membership. Thanks a lot for all your guys' help and support. I really appreciate it.